I said that I have 2 pieces of the Boston Garden parquet floor. Now, for some people, that's going to go right over your head and it's irrelevant. I get it. No big deal. For those of us who know what that means, Boston Celtics, NBA basketball team, the parquet floor, probably the most famous basketball court in the world, if that means anything to anybody. And I have 2 pieces of it. But the way that I got it is a little bit different. So the story goes like this. Imagine being 10 years old, having your dad come home and tell you, guess what? We now own a company that manufactures sports floors for NBA and college teams. As a kid, you can imagine my head must have exploded, especially as someone who loves basketball and loved basketball back then. So that is exactly what happened to me when I was 10 years old, when my dad, who was an attorney in a small town, came home and told me that we now owned a sports flooring company called Championship Sports Flooring. I fast forward to today and I look back on that and I think, what in the actual hell was happening with this? I have no idea how or why to this day that my dad got involved with this company. I think he had done some legal work for someone with this company. They had communicated to him that they were on the decline. They were available for the cheap. They were looking for new ownership and someone that could turn the business around. So the question that I would ask my dad is, why you, Dad, as an attorney in a small town, did you think that you were the right person for the job? And he was not. I was fortunate enough to travel with my dad while he had meetings with basketball teams and college and universities like the Charlotte Hornets, the Georgetown Hoyas, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Boston Celtics, the Sacramento Kings. We went to a whole bunch of different places. I got to be a part of some of those meetings. I got to step on these floors as they were being built in Boston, Massachusetts, which is where the plant was located, which was, just a quick drive from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which is where we lived. Again, I have no idea how my dad got involved with this company and why he thought he was the right person for the job. As time went on, and I got to be a part of some of these meetings, and my dad went and visited with some of these customers, and I think he even went overseas for some stuff. It was clear that this company had an exceptional product, but was very poorly run previously, had only a few employees left, their books were in shambles, and my dad, I believe, fell in love with the idea of being able to turn a company around, being able to work with a cool product, meet some cool people, be able to say at parties and with friends, not that he went to a lot of parties, but be able to talk to people about this company that he owns and this business that he owns. And there was a missed opportunity of understanding that this was a business that was outside of his area of expertise, and he did not have the infrastructure in place to be able to support running a second business while still being a full-time lawyer and running his own practice. But the stories that I remember was being able to go to these places and meet with these teams and walk on these floors and see this stuff up close and personal and go to games as a kid and like young basketball fan doing exactly what I wanted to do was just amazing. And at one point I was given 2 small pieces of the Boston Celtics parquet floor. I can confirm that Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson actually stepped on these. And I've got a certificate of authenticity and all that to prove that. So that was very cool. But I am still to this day just baffled and blown away as to why my dad made that decision.